Thank you very much for inviting me in this very important forum. Thank you, Mr. Lujaya. And thank you very much, Dr. Sulipon, on sufficient economy. Time is very tight. I have a lot of slides, more than 80 slides, but I will skip when I have the sign 5 minutes. Okay, my lecture title is The Leadership of 21st Century Global Citizens. I will introduce myself briefly. I'm working for the UNESCO for 30 years, and I moved to this center, APCEIU, Asia Pacific Center of Education for International Understanding. This is a UNESCO Category 2 center located in Seoul, and very much focused on global citizenship education. Almost 2 years ago, 2014, I was invited first meeting. At that time, global citizenship education was not the global agenda. I introduced it, but I told them, the students, I will try to make it as global agenda. But today, I am very proud of my activities during those 1.5 years. The global citizenship education set as a global agenda of UN and UNESCO. So I will shortly introduce what global citizenship education. My presentation is like this: what the 21st century already, Dr. Sulipon mentioned about globalization, and also shortly I introduce UN system and UNESCO, and then what is global citizenship education. This is main body, and then it depends on time. I will skip or I will continue. Yeah. Okay, as you know well, this is a common sense. 21st century is era of globalization. Yeah, do you agree? Yes. I came from Seoul, only 5.5 hours, 5 hours from Seoul to Bangkok. So it means we are living in global society. You know? The planet is smaller and smaller, like this. So global village, we call it global village. When I was elementary school in 1960s, global village is only rhetoric, but today we are living in global village, small planet. You know? But as you see, we are well interconnected. Only one word to describe the global village, that is interconnectedness. Do you agree that? You have a mobile phone. You can communicate with your friends in Seoul or in Beijing or in Jakarta. So this is where today is well connected by like this. Under the sea, there's the connection like this. So, and already mentioned about increasing of population. The population is increased like this. Like this. Increasing of population, you know. This is California, is from in the area of Los Angeles, in the rush hour. So almost one way, 10 lane, but occupied all by those cars. So the lifestyle, American lifestyle, we need the car. You are university students, you have your own car. So each family has 3-4 cars. So China, there's students from China and India. If those Indian and Chinese will have a car like US, so what will happen in the future, you know? So the CO2 emission is increased like this. So today we have a very serious problem, global warming like this. And also waste trafficking in the European countries. Europe is small and they don't bury all those waste, so they this is, we call it waste trafficking. They send all those waste to the African countries and Asian countries. This is picture last year in Beirut. So Lebanon government so was stopped to deliver all those waste, and then on the street. So smell was very bad, like this. So if we have a Western style of Western lifestyle, then we need the planet like this, 4 or 5. Can you make or create planet like this? So what is the answer? The answer is a sufficient economy and sustainable development, and we have to change our lifestyle. So this is the answer. Today's world, globalized society, we have a lot of global problems like this, global issues, the poverty issues. This is only one slide, but you can see what happened in the world. So rich country and poor country. So only very few countries can provide food and everything to the people. The U.S. and Canada and Western European countries, China, Japan, and Korea. But African countries, they need food and they need more. This is 21st century. This is infant mortality rate. Under the age 5, those small children die a lot in African and West Asia. Okay, before in 19th century or early 20th century, all those people lived in their own country. But today, in this globalized society, they are not stay in their own boundary. They cross boundary or cross a border like this. We call it refugee. So last year and this year, refugee issue is the biggest global issue. All those Syrian moved to the Western Europe or Australia like this. So big threats, as you see. What UN organization is coping with this global problem? So the national, each country has its own policy, but I will skip it. I only mention about the UN system. So UN is in New York like this. This is UN General Assembly. In UN system, under the UN system, there are so many UN organizations, such as specialized agencies, UNESCO, ILO, and WHO. And UN also has a program and fund, such as UNICEF, UNDP, so many UN systems. There are 3 priorities in UN. Number 1 is security, peace and security. Number 2 is development issue, and number 3 is human rights. So this is a picture taken in Gaza. So those bombs from the Israel. It's big tragedy in this. So UN, what shall UN do on this war and security? Today, UN's the main function When UN established, the philosophy was collective security, but it's not working very well. But today, UN has different strategy. That is PKO, peacekeeping operation. Did you hear about the PKO? Yeah. So UN provide peacekeeping operation like this. There are so many dispute areas like this. So Korea also sent PKO to those countries. This is a picture taken in Korea. The soldier is my second boy, second child, my son. Yeah. So we are living in this world like this, And second priority is poverty issue. So UN tackle on poverty, global poverty, by this 2000 by UN Millennium Development Goals. Do you know all those 8 goals? This is common sense. You have to know. Already, this is old version. Last year, UN adopted another post-MDG. The name is SDG. So, MDG 8 goals. Number 1 is eradicate extreme poverty and hunger. Number 2 is achieve universal primary education. This is UNESCO goal, gender equality. And number 4 and number 5, number 6 is what the sanitary and those health issues usually deal by WHO. And number 7 is environment. Number 8 is global partnership. So you have to know those 8 goals. Okay, there are, I told you there are 3 priorities, security issue and development issue. Number 3 is human rights. During the UN Secretary General, Mr. Ban Ki-moon, he raised a new issue in UN, that is Global Education First Initiative. Did you hear about GEFI or GEFI? Global Education First Initiative. So he initiated education first in the world. It was 2012. It was September 2012 in UN. He announced GEFI. And then after 1 month, he attended UNESCO meeting and he delivered why he initiated Global Education First Initiative. When he was very young, during the Korean War, the classroom destroyed, no classroom. He studied playground with a textbook provided by UN and UNESCO. So he studied very hard, and then he became a Minister of Foreign Affairs in Korea, and finally he became as Secretary General of UN. So it was his own experience. Education is most important thing, For the world peace or for the development, education is the key. That's why he initiated Global Education First Initiative. Do you agree? Yeah, education is most important key to develop your country, to guarantee your own peace and human rights. So he initiated Global Education First Initiative, 2012. There are 3 priorities. Number 1 is, this is UNESCO EFA goal, put every child to school. Number 2 is quality education. Number 3 is new agenda. We have to first global citizenship. That's why global citizenship education emerged as a global agenda at that time. Yeah. UN is for the security and development. There's no specialist on education. That's why Mr. Ban called to UNESCO. UNESCO will implement this JEFI and global citizenship education. After JEFI, UNESCO accepted the Secretary General's proposal and set section for global citizenship education within the UNESCO. So this is UN and UNESCO collaborative work. So this is UNESCO. UNESCO is a UN specialized agency for education, natural sciences, and culture. Yeah, this is UNESCO General Conference. I hope in the future, so in this room, so you can be the person to attend UN and UNESCO meetings. UNESCO is what the Madame Irina Bokova, she's Director General of UNESCO. Yeah. This year is a very critical moment for UN. Mr. Ban Ki-moon will resign at the end of this year, and UN will elect new Secretary General. She's running for the UN Secretary General. So I hope if she will be elected as a UN Secretary General, global citizenship education will be very important, very significant global agenda in UN. So I really hope she will be elected. She's a lady and she's a Bulgarian. Until now, in UN there are 8 Secretary General. Almost all they are the gentlemen, no ladies. So I hope we will have a lady as a UN Secretary General, and also she is a Bulgarian. No East Asian people elected as a UN Secretary General. She has 2 advantages. So, okay, UNESCO. I will touch only the education. UNESCO is a very well-known organization for culture, world cultural heritage. But I will focus on education. In education, there are 2 education agenda. One is education for all. Second one is education for international understanding. This is the old term. Today's term is global citizenship education. What education for all is? This is Laos. I went to the Luang Prabang 10 years ago. So this is what education for all. If we need the school, UNESCO provide school, and we need the teachers, UNESCO help to training teachers. That is education for all. It's easy to understand, yeah? Like this. There are 6 goals like this. Education for all. Number 1 is early childhood care and education. Number 2, universal primary education. Number 3, skills and lifelong learning. Number 4, adult literacy education. Number 5, gender parity in education. Number 6, quality education. 6 goals. It was adopted 2000 in Dakar, Senegal. We call it Dakar framework of action. Okay, second theme, UNESCO education for international understanding. This is what the since UNESCO inception in 1946, UNESCO implemented education for all. This, you can see what education for all through all those UNESCO history. 1946, UNESCO established, and then after that, there's a big project to compile history and geography textbook in Europe between Germany and France. And then 1953, UNESCO school established, and then 1996, learning to live together. This is catchphrase. We call it LTLT, learning to live together. This is EIU and GCED. 2012, Global Citizenship Education emerged as global agenda. So we have two names, EIU and GCED, Education for International Understanding and Global Citizenship Education. I believe almost all those two concepts is almost same. Only difference is terminology. I will skip it, this, and then very good example for global education for international understanding, that is compiled the general history. So UNESCO published general history of Africa, general history of the Caribbean, general history of Central Asia, but we don't have a general history of Asia or East Asia or Southeast Asia. So 2 years ago, UNESCO Bangkok office initiated to edit, to publish general history of Southeast Asia. This morning, a representative from the ASEAN, he emphasized the importance of history. ASEAN is one community, ASEAN economic community. You have to have a common understanding on Southeast Asian history. So I hope Southeast Asia will have one common history, and then we will have another one, common understanding, common history of Northeast Asia, China, Japan, and Korea. So for world peace, for peace in Asia, we need such a common understanding on history. Okay, Silk Road project. This is a UNESCO project. And then this is my main message on this lecture. What is global citizenship education today, 2016? Global citizenship education already mentioned in Universal Declaration of Human Rights. It was adopted 1948. How many articles in UDHR? Very short. Only 30 articles. You have to memorize. You have to know all those UDHR. This is common sense. Please study. Article 26. This is the spirit of global citizenship education. So 1948, long time ago, our those founding fathers of UN and UDHR incorporate the spirit of global citizenship education. What is global citizenship education? Basic requirement, only two, very simple. You have to understand this basic requirement. Number one, you have to have a sense of belonging on global community. If you have a sense of belonging on global community, that's enough. Second, teach and learn. We have teach and learn universal values. Only two requirements. One is sense of belonging on global community. Second, understand or practice the universal values. Very easy. But what is universal values? What is universal values? So today, 2016, we have only 3, 4, 5 universal values agreed by almost all humanities, human beings. Number 1, peaceful world. Do you agree? Yeah, peaceful world. Number 2, human rights. Yeah? Respect human being. Okay? Number 3, sustainable development. Number 4, cultural diversity. Only 4 universal values. Very simple one. Okay, 5 minutes left. This is UNESCO's competencies for global citizenship education. You can click. Please click the UNESCO and you can get all information. This is, as I told, for 5 elements. Global citizenship education is need this kinds of qualification: empathy, sympathy, care, communication skill, tolerance, understanding. The pedagogical principles are like this: holism, dialogue, and so you can get all information from UNESCO website. Okay, I will shortly introduce the process of how to set global citizenship education as a UN and UNESCO agenda. So this is only one slide, but you can catch all those processes. The EFA started in 1990 in Thailand, Jomtien, and EFA completed in 2015, last year. And Dakar EFA goal set up in EFA 2000, and MDG 2001, and DESD, Decade for Education for Sustainable Development from 2005 to 2015, and then 2012, JEFI by UN Secretary General. So last year was a critical moment to UN and UNESCO set up new global goal, and then we try, APCEIU and myself try to put global citizenship education as global agenda, and finally successfully set this term as global goal. So what does it mean? The last year is 2030. After 15 years, those are 15 years, UNESCO member states, UN member states encourage global citizenship education in their own country. So do you understand it? Yeah. This is more complex, complicated, but I will share all those files with you, so please study the relationship between EFA and MDG, EFA and JEFI. Okay, to set up the global citizenship education as global goal, the most important conference was 1 year before in Muscat, Oman. There's a UNESCO Global EFA meeting. I attended. We organized one forum and introduced how important global citizenship education in this world. So we persuade all those member states. So there are a lot of criticism on global citizenship education. For example, from African countries, this is not ODA, so we don't want a new concept. So I told them, this is a philosophy for ODA, official development assistance. So, and Sri Lankan delegation proposed that my country only unified by internal war by those Sinhalese and Tamil Nadu, but now we have to build Sri Lankan people, you know. So I told them, okay, you should have nation building, Sri Lankan people, and plus global citizenship, global citizen. So a lot of discussion in this meeting, and member states agreed and draft declaration, Muscat Declaration. There's a global citizenship education incorporated in this statement. And then after 1 year, in Incheon, Seoul, it was May 2015, UNESCO member state adopted global citizenship education as global agenda, post EFA goal. We call it UNESCO 2030, UNESCO Education 2030. You can get full text in UNESCO website. And after 3 months in UN adopted SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. So in the Sustainable Development Goals, number 4, there's a global citizenship education. So successfully incorporate global citizenship education in UN and UNESCO. Okay, this is all the process of global citizenship education to set. I will skip it. I will share all those information with you. Okay, I told you, and this is UN SDG number 4. You can get full text, the term global citizenship education. Okay, my center APCEIU, this is, my center is in Seoul. You can get information in the website, APCEIU website. This is UNESCO K-2 Center. We exchange teachers among ASEAN countries. Also, we organize youth forum, workshop like this. So you can get information from our website. You can attend our workshop, including what we invite from ASEAN country and Japan, China, like this, ASEAN plus 3. One is on May, coming May. Another one will have in the summer. So you can attend another round like this. Okay, teaching exchange program, all those ASEAN countries. I just keep it. We produce a lot of teaching and learning materials on global citizenship education. With Simeos Pafa, we published those very, very good books on cultural understanding. I hope my ambition is to make UNESCO APCEIU as Global Center for Global Citizenship Education. Finally, my statements will be guaranteed by the science. Do you know the big history? Yeah. This planet started small dust, one dot, and is expanding like this. The cosmos is expanding now. So it started a small dot, and now we are living in planet. Our cosmos outside, cosmos is expanding. So we are living in very small planet compared regarding the cosmos. And another thing you can see, out of Africa, almost 1 billion years ago, Homo sapiens started from the African continents, and they went out to the African continents and then spread all over the world. It means human beings, regardless race, religion, or culture, we are one family. Do you agree? Yeah, we are one family. That's why 2016, I strongly emphasize we have to have a global citizenship. Okay, so you are leader of ASEAN countries, ASEAN +3 countries. I hope you will have a global citizenship. Thank you very much.